This video will explain the learning modules for the course. So the learning modules are very much like the guided practice exercises in terms of the types of questions that you'll see in them. So they're not meant to be harder than the guided practice questions. They're meant to be at the same level as the guided practice that's associated with it. So the exercises in learning module 3.1 will be very similar to the exercises in guided practice 3.1. The difference between guided practice and learning modules is that in the learning modules, first of all, you don't have that instructional sort of scaffolding. However, the instructions for the guided practices are available to you on my website at any time, so you can certainly have those open while you're doing the learning module, and that's totally fine. All of the exercises in this book are open, in this course are open book. But the other difference, the main difference between the guided practice and the learning modules is that learning modules, in order to get mastery on a learning module, you need to get all of the answers to all of the exercises in the module correct. So the three possible grades for the learning modules will be mastery, progressing, or novice. You can you can start a learning module, and then if you have to leave it midway through, that's fine. You can come back to it later. You can save it and come back to it later. If you don't get mastery when you first complete a learning module, you can take it again. That's not a problem. It is helpful if you could wait until I grade it before retaking it. Go on and do something else while you're waiting for me to grade it. There's plenty of other work in the course to do, because sometimes, well, first of all, so this is all done in Blackboard through Blackboard tests. And a lot of these, some of them are like true, false, or multiple choice. Those it should grade correctly. In other words, if it says it's wrong, it's really wrong. Unless, of course, I've messed up in setting up the question. But in general, hopefully that doesn't happen. And in general, you can trust that if it says it's wrong, it's wrong. But others, particularly the fill-in-the-blank type questions, I put in the correct answer. But if you don't input your correct answer in exactly the way I do it, so if you're one character off, and if you put a space where I don't put a space, or you don't put a space where I do put a space, it marks it wrong. So it has to match it exactly. But it doesn't actually have to match it exactly in order to be correct. So it may sometimes tell you that your answer is wrong when it's really not. So for all of those, I go through and I look at each question and I use my judgment. And so I will, if it's what I would consider correct, if it's within the parameters of correct, I will override Blackboard. So that's one reason not to just take it again immediately if you think you got some things wrong, because maybe you really didn't. Also, when I grade it, I will give you some feedback that may help you do it more correctly the next time. So that's another good reason to wait until after I've graded it, because then you can go and look at what you actually got wrong and then look at my feedback. So that will help you to do it better the next time and hopefully get mastery the next time. Okay, so that's how the learning modules will work.